Hold on, give me a second here. Let me just
That's awesome.
this and
Yeah, seen Dave, been there, done that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
well, he was right beside me the whole weekend, so I just stared at it.
Well, that'd be horrible.
Is that how has it? Have y'all? Has it been a while since y'all have hung out, or have y'all hung? I mean,
well, at Bricks and Six we did as well. Chris, throw this picture up for a second. Have you guys ever seen this?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day. So for us, this was in our local Simpsons, which was a chain store, like a clothing toy store, whatever, like your high-end Walmart type place back in the 80s. Apparently, Dave said that someone reached out to him. He was talking to someone in the community, and they're actually building this in scale.
Nice.
With all the pictures that have been used. And I'm like, oh, that'll be awesome. But
yeah.
There were some similar things done, like for our Steers or JCPenney's catalog that had Star Wars and other sci-fi stuff in these really cool dioramas and all sorts of things that I always wanted to do that as a kid, and now I see people doing it all the time, and I'm thinking, somebody else is doing it better. I don't have to worry about it.
Well, exactly.
Do you remember in the 80s when the G.I. Joe commercials where the kids apparently had a micro waterfall in their backyard all the time and they could play with their dudes? And I'm like, can I get the hose out and go make one without my dad getting mad at me? And anyway.
I am just looking at Dave's page on a separate screen. I have a picture of his layout here. Hold on, let me bring this guy over. So that's his layout at the show.
All right. That's just so amazing. He's such an engineer. I mean, and you guys are too, but I get it. But all this then breaks down into the boxes that are. This is an amazing design for one guy.
Yeah, and everything fits in his minivan. So this display is scaled to his van, basically. And even the boxes underneath have the boards lock in
together.
And when you stack them on top of each other, they lock into each other for transportation. Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea. I was debating building, like after this weekend, I was chatting with Dave and like just talking about building boxes that could hold 48 by 48 base plates. That didn't necessarily have to be, just a few different sizes or whatever, so that you could transport whatever that's a 48 by 48 in the least space possible, right?
Yep.
I was at Bricomany, which was a show in Laval, Quebec. I did not see Justin Trudeau there, though. Sorry to say. But yeah, we were in a soccer field in like 3 soccer fields in an indoor building. Indoor soccer fields. And it was basically this is the fourth version of this show that that has been run by this group. So they've gone 4 years. The first 3 were before COVID. This is the first one after COVID. So yeah, Laval, Laval, Montreal. So yeah, if you just search for Brico Manie, so Brico. Actually, you know what? I can just do new page, and there's the name of the show, Bricomany. So
cool. So this is the first time back since COVID.
Post-COVID. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So whoops, wrong one. There's Dave's. Yeah. So the other thing Dave had done, he is now completely running on electricity. Every monorail track is copperized. I'm just trying to see if I can.
That's what I was going to get to. He has a top-down shot from somewhere. Oh, damn it!
Yeah, his kids. Sorry. Why can't it scroll now? Where's his? Oh, here, right here.
Oh, there's a shot right there. That's one. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So he put copper.
Yeah, all of his monorail is electrified.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, you just copper tape this. You can buy it in hobby stores, I guess. And basically, he did drill in. So each of the curve, he took one curve piece for each of the 4 levels he has, and drilled a hole in them, curves because they're the cheapest, and soldered wires to it. And basically, on the underside of the bogies for each of the monorail tracks or monorail wagons, he's basically put. I think it's either he's got like copper metal or metal underneath, or it's just like the brass, the braided wire. that's underneath, so it just makes contact. So basically slot car style.
Interesting.
And they're all RCX powered as well. So they go into the stations, they stop, then they continue on and go to the next place and stop and continue on. And then he did the same thing with his train as well. So he's got like 4 monorail loops. Yeah, 4 monorail loops and a train. And it was basically stopping and starting by itself the whole weekend. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
And it lit up. It's all this stuff. I mean, I knew he was a dirty brick cutter a long time ago because he's cut landing plates to make that big circle landing thing, and he had
no,
yeah,
he cuts base plates, but he's never cut any of them for the landing pads themselves. Give me a second. I'll just grab. I'll see if I can find a shot of his.
But anyway,
I know he's drilled into landing plates and stuff.
Yes, he's definitely drilled into them, but he's never cut them. He would have drilled into them to do the lighting.
Yeah.
He's altered the original ABS. He's a brick mutilator.
It's called the dark arts, my friend. The dark.
But I mean, when you look at the end results, actually,
it's all worth it.
Hold on.
How much dark energy did the All-Father have to conjure you here?
The reason why he's done that though is so that he can light the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. See, like you can see the landing lights on the plates here.
Yeah.
And such.
See, I thought on those landing plates up there, he had to cut the corners off to make them fit in that round.
No,
I could be wrong.
No, he did not. He did not cut the corners off. These are the old 4x9 wedge plates. So they have 3 studs that are just a regular rectangle, and then it goes in for the last 6 studs, I guess, goes in on a slope down to like 3 studs. It's a weird piece. I'll grab one in a minute for my collection and show it. But he basically, if you take those plates, those wedge plates, and you put them into a circle and attach them with hinges, they fit a base plate in the middle perfectly, and they also fit the interior of a monorail track.
Moto, they're dirty, rotten people, but they're people. No. So, you know what? The funny thing is, he's got like 18 times more trans yellow windows in his collection that are on this thing right here, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. It's absolutely wonderful.
And these ones are from Bricks in the Six, but it gives you the idea anyhow. So, it's just.
By the way, do we have proof that he didn't clone himself, since his son looks exactly like him? I mean, like exactly like him.
I don't know, honestly.
Chris, I don't know how often you pay attention to you and Jake when you're standing next to each other.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Okay. To be Giddens, to be portly, short-legged, and swayback is not hard to mimic. You know what I'm saying? We're all that way. So.
If you're going to be a Giddens, you're going to be a Giddens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's before he's got the copper.
Yeah, this. He's got it on the lower track here, but not on the higher one.
Yeah.
So I think this was the last one he copperized this week or just before the show. But I was just trying to get the shot of battery powered bricks.
Yeah.
And apparently we just sat on the floor during the show. Oh wow, that's Dave like way back when. This is our first train show. Oh my god,
that's hilarious.
Wow.
Look at all those primary colors. I mean, remember when they started introducing non-Lego primary colors? Like, what the heck is all this stuff? And now this is oddity now. All the love there. So y'all did the bits. People gave personalized little, what you call them, Googly things or whatever.
Googits.
There it is.
Oh.
I think I need to make a T-shirt that says "Show me your Googits."
Hello.
I think we did. Jeff freeze?
No,
the other Jeff.
The other Jeff. No, this is screen share. Was it? Yeah, he frozen. Quality content.
This is dead air. Oh no.
Just give the hamster more poutine and he'll be fine.
Fire up the hamsters.
Just Jeff, you have shared something here. Are we?
I do. I didn't want to cut in on my friend's time there, but somebody has finally put up a Starfield ideas idea.
Did that picture come up for y'all, or is it blank over there?
I got a picture.
Let me try it again.
Am I clear again, or?
Yeah, you're a little bit better.
Okay, I've basically closed everything.
Nah, it's not coming up, Chris.
That's weird. Pop the link in the private chat, and I'll pop it up.
Anyways, that was the wedge plate I was talking about that Dave uses.
Yeah.
So when you take two of these together and you put the hinge at this point, and it's like 36 of these, and it basically gives you. It goes around. It goes around a base plate, and I believe the outer angle was it's either the inner circle or the outer circle is monorail compatible with the curve.
Man.
So Dave has a crap ton of these.
Well, those are one of those, especially before they put the notches in it, so you could snap it down. That was almost a one-use piece, and so I'm glad he found a use for that. Aubrey, hello.
Yeah,
Aubrey.
Have you made your friendship timber ships, gentlemen?
No.
I believe we've already talked about this. I have.
You have. I have. I've made mine. But did y'all see my little scene that I made to go along with all friend sets? They have to visit a little environment. So there's the little environment with the space Snargle dog and the little Snargle puppies there in the nest.
Snargle dog and Snargle puppies.
Yes, that's it. So.
I like it. Did I just open the wrong bag? Yeah.
I opened the wrong bag.
I opened the wrong bag. So, side note, content filler. So this little dream set that's only available through Lego, the instructions are not available on the app.
Huh.
Maybe figure. You're supposed to dream them up.
Well, no, I mean, you can use the physical instructions.
Oh, like a peasant?
You got that right.
Like a peasant, like I'm in 1978. But no, you can't just whip out your tablet and pull them up. So
anytime I can't whip out my tablet, I'm really disappointed about not being able to whip it just out.
The barcode on the bottom doesn't pull it up either?
No. Even the QR code. Actually, I got to see if the QR code, I haven't scanned it yet to see if it'll let me add it to my inventory, but it would not bring up the instructions.
Can't whip it out on the tablet, can't use it on the computer. What a world we're living in.
Exactly. I'm telling you. The new issue of Brick Journal is out that has Martin's castle on the cover and a nice little article inside by Martin.
Nice.
Cool.
That's my excitement for the day.
Was the article how I made Jeff McElwee cry by not hugging him back?
No, but I don't think he even mentioned you, so that might make you cry again.
No, I'm good with the not mentioning part. That's good.
But other than that,
there it is.
Something else I was going to mention or talk about, but I forget.
There it is. Starfield.
It looks like the ship from the game.
Yep, it does.
Good job. And the robot looks like the robot. Are any of you playing this, or am I the only one?
I
am not. I like that print on that fig there with the space logo. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to play this, but I don't have an Xbox Series S yet, so maybe by the.
All you need is like a decent-ish computer and like a Xbox Live, and
I don't have a decent-ish computer either.
That's a problem.
As you can tell by my issues a few minutes ago.
I know, but it's cool. I'm glad that somebody decided to do this and throw it up on ideas, but like, it doesn't really do it for me. But I think it's good that it's there.
Well, you know, if it's a port, that means an actual Lego designer will actually design it. Yeah. So there's hope for it to be a better set.
Oh, I'm sure that somebody somewhere looked at this and went, yeah, okay. Because I know a couple of people over in Denmarkian lands are playing the hell out of this. So,
have you guys seen Adam Savage or tested site Adam Savage? They've been building one, like 3D printing one, and they built one as well.
Yeah,
really
pretty cool. Yeah,
nice.
Oh, Shark Ship, apparently it doesn't scan. The instructions didn't either. So
Interesting.
that is interesting.
Well, I kind of wondered if this one, I know Lego's been really weird about their sets being scanned and by other people, or, being released by other people, trying to fight Lepin and whatnot. And so I know a lot of instructions don't show up for sets until they first come out. So maybe this is one of those things where, it's an exclusive, so we're not going to put instructions out there, so they have to buy. I don't know. It's still weird.
That's dumb.
It's still dumb.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things about with basically once you pop the genie out of the bottle, anybody can get in the set. You can download the instructions, throw them in a CAD program or whatever, how you can distill all that. And
Yep.
Seems to me it's easier to copy, although, it hasn't stopped them before.
Exactly.
Once you go paperless, you don't go back.
Theory. I found out this week somebody was showing the fact that they were posting a video of them opening a Netflix rented DVD and using it and putting it back in the sleeve and sealing it back up. And I was like, wait a minute, that service still exists?
Not anymore. That was
not anymore.
Yeah, but this was the last month for it.
Yeah, but the fact that it's now 2023 and it's now dying, I'm surprised it made it this long.
Well, everybody's pushing for the death of physical media, but there's like the holdouts that are like 80s kids that are like, why would we get rid of all of our VHS, DVDs, and Blu-rays? How else will we watch this?
Well, you don't have to get rid of what you have, but
I know.
I just find it funny that they were still doing Netflix rentals over.
I think it's hilarious too. I just thought it was cool and funny.
Interesting question for Aubrey. Have they updated part inventories from last wave? It's taken forever. So New Elementary had a problem pulling down the last new parts inventory with all the pictures from Lego.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up there.
Yeah, Brickset had the same issue. The pictures weren't rendered properly or something.
Yeah, I wonder if Lego's trying to clamp down on that so they can kind of focus things on Bricklink or whatever. Don't know. And yes, I thought I remember when ideas changed, they put some rules down that says, look, these are original creations and not IP stuff, and then everything is IP. So I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe the admins didn't realize it was an IP.
Maybe it is fairly new.
Well, it can stay on the site, but when it gets to 10K or whatever. I thought it was just like, okay, this is an IP. It's not going to be considered.
Chris, it's like going to a gentleman's club. You can pay for it. You just can't touch it.
Okay, I'll take you.
Well, right there we go. All right.
Well, let's move on. Look, I made some mocks. So I'm actually doing, and I got to figure out the play feature to mimic the play feature, but I'm making Neo Explorians. Swapped out dark blue for light blue. And if you would have known me back in the days when light blue came out and dark blue was a thing, even up until recently, I'd have never liked light blue until the modern light blue has a little bit more UV. It's a little more electric, I think. And so now I like it. So this is the deal is I'm going to take all the wheeled vehicles and turn them into flying vehicles. And I'm going to take all the flying vehicles and turn them into wheeled vehicles. So this is now the Scorpion. This is kind of the Scorpion whatever. So there's that.
Scorpion detective.
And this was working well with the suspension until I put the big gun on the back. And now the back suspension sags. So I got to figure out, put better rubber bands in. So, but here's a wheeled vehicle for the Explorians.
And you got to hate when your back end sags.
When a man getting 50 years old, it just, anyway. And then bases will be bases. And this was fun. This was just like, let's swap that out. So this is the Nebula Outpost, but made very thing. I'm kind of thinking they're using like organic energy or something like that. I don't know.
Organic energy.
Organic energies. I don't know. They'll have plants anyway. Techno organic something.
Bioenergy.
This was a quick Saturday morning build here and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I did even use shells. Look at there's seashells in the radar dish thing right there. So,
Oh,
But did you know how to use the 3 seashells?
that's never been properly explained. So,
Well, no.
oh me.
Did we actually mention purple space helmets online or on the air?
That's what I was going to go back to as well. We did mention that briefly, very, very briefly. And I have been waiting to submit my Pick-a-Brick orders to October 1st so I could get purple helmets in the VIP pack. But now if they're going to be online anyway,
Yeah. But is it going to be one of those where it drops one time and you get your 20 if you're just happen to be on the internet at the right time and then they never put them back out?
Blacktron figures were that way, and then when I did finally get a chance to order them, the limit had been released. So it's just you just wait.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that has there actually been a part that only dropped once and never was available again. I don't think so.
The canopy from the
Lightyear
Slave One. I'm sorry, Boba Fett Starship, the UCS one. It was on for like 5 minutes and then was gone. So.
Well, I mean, that might have been that they were just getting rid of old stock. Oh my gosh!
They just been mistaken.
Magnus.
Hello,
Magnus.
it's been too long. I've been wanting to join you all and say hi.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We have missed you.
I missed you.
Magnus, I'm trying, but I want my beard to be cool and white and awesome like yours, and it's not. But
yours needs to pick a color, doesn't it?
It does need to pick a color. I have a skunk. Look, you see the skunk stripe going right there? Anyway.
I'm having a turntable issue here. Let's see. That's better. Hey.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. As you can see behind me, I've yet to unpack properly from Brick Fair. Those empty display cases are supposed to be filled with things, but I haven't put them back yet.
Things happen.
Yeah.
I have learned in my collection, if I take it to a convention and I put it in a box off the shelf, it never goes back on the shelf. It just stays in the box either for the next convention or to turn into dust because I'm not going back to the box. So
I don't think I've ever been so slow about putting anything back, though. I mean, I do this once a year, and usually it's back within a week. So I don't know what's happening to me.
Old age, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but I think Chris was probably closer. But I don't know. I did finally unbox a box from from Brick World. So yeah, that was longer ago than Brick Fair. So
tell us about Brick Fair. I think you're the only one here that went, right? Yeah, tell us about Brick Fair.
Okay, so Brick Fair was for the uninitiated, Brick Fair Virginia, or maybe it changed its name because they do another one in Virginia
or something.
Yeah, it's the one that has been at the Dulles Expo Center by the airport for many years. First weekend in August, and I'm trying to remember. It was good. It was great. I'm trying to remember what was different about it than years past. I mean, on a personal note, I had some friends who I made a habit of doing it regularly with before the pandemic, and a bunch of them hadn't been back in a while. So, like people like Alex and Ralph who make the schlep from Europe regularly, they hadn't been there in like 3 or 5 years, and they were able to make it back. So that was cool. I thought the big build that everyone was talking about, that I'm assuming you're familiar with, is this New Hashima City, which was apparently like a quarter of the size of what had been at Brick World. So it was much smaller than that, but it was still by far the largest thing there. And it was inspiring to see it and just think a little more about modularity in group building projects and how that could be applied to other building themes too. And it was good to see people, and I wish I had something more original to say. It's not super fresh in mind, but I've done these so often that there's not a whole lot of novelty in going to one of these things. But very happy to go.
Yeah. Well, okay, and okay, we were just talking about Jeff going to Brick-a-Mini, and Scareback's going on over in I mean, it literally is like 2 Lego conventions every weekend, it seems like. I mean,
And there was also Brick World Grand Rapids happened this weekend as well.
that's
There's
right.
3 shows
Yeah.
that I know
There's
of.
also BrickCon
Oh, wow.
in
Okay, so there's a
Oklahoma.
lot out there. Yeah.
BrickCon where?
In Oklahoma.
Okay, so there were 4 shows going on. And Asher
Very
needs to
good
clone
time. I
himself.
didn't go.
That's
Yeah,
right, because I
how
think Tim Deering was supposed to go to the Oklahoma show.
Yeah.
Was
I think he did. Brick and Nick was there too, and
What?
yes, they had a good time. Yeah. I just didn't go.
Well,
I didn't
they're
have
getting to the
any-
point where there's enough Lego Master contestants they can hit like every weekend and just have a contingent at every show. So
Well, the only Lego man. Never mind. I'm going to be really nice. and finish that.
Brickomany had 0 Lego Masters at the show, which was kind of interesting because there haven't been any French Canadians to enter the.
Well, and then
Or actually do the
most
show
of the Canadians were either in Scarborough or Oklahoma. So
Yeah, well, and,
Also,
and
every
Brick and-
year there's like another 16
12. Yeah, 16.
people
like
who've been associated with the show, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I did learn something interesting though. Bricker Builds.
yes,
The Bricker Builds crew were at Brickamani.
yep, this was their first Canadian show.
Yes, and they were there. Brickamani was run with their main sponsor was Canada First Bricks, which is Canada's biggest bricklink store. And we ended up getting a tour of the store because they were in Laval.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a tour of the Bricklink warehouse that they have, and I discovered at that point, I knew that they on their website they have the Bricker Build sets listed.
It's because he's the supplier for them.
He's the supplier for the world,
Yes.
and
so
they
therefore, I
buy.
said that maybe robbery isn't such a bad idea, and these people shouldn't show me the codes to the warehouse doors.
But get this, they buy all the brick new from the Bricks and Pieces site that we use, and they tend to place 200 freaking orders a day.
Crazy, right?
Why does it take us 30 days to get our parts?
Somebody else is making bigger orders. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was like, really? And like they have to do 200 orders a day because they say we want 999 of all these parts, and they do it like 20 times.
Yep.
Or 200 times. So it's absolutely insane. I'm like, well, you figure that Lego, they've talked to Lego about this, and Lego doesn't mind that they're doing it.
Right.
But you figure they would give them a different channel to do it in.
Lego has
versus
been
that.
very adamant about the fact that they don't mind if you order, but they're not making any special allowances for anybody. Everybody's got to go through the same process.
Yeah, but you figure that if there's more than one company doing that, like try and do a different stream of ordering process so that the regular, like us guys who place an order once every couple of months or whatever.
Yeah, but you're not killing everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. It was insane. But anyways.
Yeah. But yes, I did know this. I didn't know. I forgot that's who that was exactly until you mentioned their name.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I was like, because I talked to Christopher. I'm like, how did that happen? And he's like, I started reaching out to people. One person got to another person. I got talking to this guy. Said, this is what I want to do. He's like, I think we can make this work. And then one thing led to another, and bada bing, bada boom. That's what's happening. So crazy
Insane
stuff, right?
Yeah. See, I just assumed that they did it all in house or something.
No. Yeah. No. I mean, Christopher is a smart kid to begin with. I mean, hands down. I mean, what he does for a living, what he's done prior, he built a plugin for Blender so that you can actually digitize 3D objects into Lego and have them brick built, so you can animate them within.
Okay.
So that's like his fun time. And then he decided to start this gig with creating, sets and doing whatnot in the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Got in touch with Dave Holder in Australia and got them designing things. So if you think about this, Christopher, who's based here in Georgia, and I think they finally want to, like, I think they may actually have an office now, and I think it's in Athens, I think. But yeah, his distribution comes from Canada, and his main model builder lives in Australia.
It's awesome.
Isn't it great?
World economy.
Yeah. Now, did I see that Aubrey mentioned that season 4 of Lego Masters starts this week?
Yeah,
When?
Thursday.
Thursday? Oh,
Thursday. Good to know.
Are we doing?
Well,
it?
here's the deal, and we need to talk internally about it. Is that the show runs from 9 to 10?
Ooh.
And so we may have to do. I think last year we did it where we just on Monday talked about Lego Masters and we had the pictures and stuff. That may be what we have to do, although it doesn't seem cutting edge. But I can't understand why they're putting Lego Masters from 9 to 10, and they have Hell's Kitchen from 8 to 9. It makes no sense to me at all. If you want your demographic to be kids, I mean, maybe they don't, but it still doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So,
yeah, no, unless they're doing it because of West Coast time.
maybe
I don't. It's yeah. Again, let's let Hollywood figure out how to make something that works worse.
Is it possible that the show that's before it, whatever it was, the cooking show, is it possible that it might end before Lego Masters will end, and then they'll just move Lego Masters into that time slot or something? Like,
Hell's Kitchen is on like every day, all day. I don't know.
Oh, you know what they're doing? I think they didn't get enough crossover viewing from The Masked Singer, so maybe that's now they're doing. They're hoping to catch, people who are used to watching this cooking show sticking around to watch Lego Masters. Maybe that's what they're hoping.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad that I will not see any minutes of The Masked Singer. Let's just go ahead and put that out there at all, waiting for them to switch to Lego Masters. But Hell's Kitchen also is taped and cut, and they will end on time.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
So was The Masked Singer. What the problem is whatever sporting event was going on at that time was running longer during the day, and so then it would throw us into, which we could still have happen depending on when, because when does the World Series start? Isn't it coming up?
October. So yeah, that'll be on. I'm sure that'll screw things up.
Yeah. So more than likely, depending on what night it is, it's gonna. Yeah, we'll be watching the cooking show for 20 minutes before we get to start. I don't know.
Maybe the Braves will take every series they're in 4 and win the thing, and we can watch Lego Masters without, any interruption.
It could happen. It could happen.
It won't.
Interestingly, they only lists episode 1 of season 4 so far for Lego Masters. So there's no. Could just be because they haven't updated it. Because sometimes they hold back because they don't want to put the episode name out early.
That's true.
I mean, there are other shows that are less secretive than Lego Masters. I mean, it is amazing the amount of tight-lippedness there is about this show. It cracks me up.
It is true.
It's very funny.
Episode 1 is called Brick Flake, though. So
I don't know.
It's called what?
Yeah, I mean, you want the suspense. I mean, you really. That's cool. Let me see.
Isn't that cute? I mean, that's
nice.
That's just
Adorable.
cute. And the fact that it comes with, hey, look, I'm venturing out into Castle Land. It comes with a little wizard. He's cute.
that's awesome.
He's even got a beard. Look at that. He's got a beard and a wand.
Adorable.
Isn't that just cute? It's fun.
It's too bad they didn't put any articulation on those little goober things and everything. So.
Yeah, but when your goobers have lack of articulation.
No, they're not.
Just,
that was a softball. I knew it. I threw it anyway, but I didn't. You had to swing at it. So.
On the topic of a little bit of Castle, I am also getting into Castle a little bit. I am trying to get back into not like evil Cobra Castle, but like medieval style castle building.
Oh, cool!
I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and I've had a couple of false starts, a couple of getting started on something and then just not quite having the momentum to keep going. But
there's an age joke there again, but I'm going to refrain.
There's the have a very special place in my heart for the 6074 castle, which is in the Black Falcon's Fortress, which I just feel very special about that set. And a bunch of people have tried to have basically rebuilt that in a sort of new, improved version, and I'm getting started on doing that myself, which is not a very large set, so it's going to be bigger than it was. But the idea is to make it bigger and cooler, but keep it recognizable and true to the original in terms of its general feel. So that's exciting.
That is cool. Having taken an old castle and then turned it into something new with different colors and different kind of motif to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to realizing that you think you have parts and you're like, oh, I don't have any of the parts I need. And you end up having to order them because, oh yeah, I need tons of dark blue. Yeah, I don't have tons of dark blue.
Okay, making the friend set. Well, I will say this, making the friend set, I'm like, crap. I'm like, I have 4 of these. I need 70, all this kind of stuff. But here's the funny thing about it. I was looking for my light, medium, azure, nougat, whatever that color is that I'm using on the top stripe.
Medium azure, yes.
Medium azure, yeah, nougat. And I'm looking all over for it and everything. I mean, but I've had enough. I did what I needed to do. I actually benefited from the scarcity of the part to be more efficient, blah, blah, blah. And then for some reason, I can stick parts up here on the top of this brick right here on my desk right here. And you see that those bins? I never see them. So that's all the azure. This is all the azure I have in my collection that I could have used.
And you didn't realize it was sitting there.
All the blues didn't sitting up there. They never saw it. Never saw it.
Again, this is the reason why I sort all those friends colors by color, and they're all in their own little tubs and bags in the basement. So if I need it, I just go down and I get that color, and I'm good to go.
That's what I did, but I put it out of.
Forgot to do something with it.
I put it basically eye level when I'm standing under the brightest light in the room, in the center of the room. Did I see it? No.
And I joked that I needed to get my eyes checked.
Yeah. I might have a problem. Anyway, but it was fun to finish this without it and figure some other stuff out. So.
Oh, you know what? Since we're talking about the azure and the colors and the weirdness, it has come to my attention that you can never have enough of these sloped pieces in any color.
Mhm.
Correct.
And the little corner ones with the little knots cut off. Again,
you never have enough.
You can never have
enough. Nice spaceship there
in any color. Thank you. This is the friendship protector. The play on the Allied Avenger kind of feel to it. So that was my contribution.
Nice.
Something simple, something fun, something whimsical, something for people to go, hey, I know what that's made after. So, but yeah, again, azure, you think you have the pieces in that color because you're like, I never use those colors. I'm sure I've got everything I need. I still had to order half the azure parts on this and a couple of gold pieces to do what I want. Specifically, those corners and slopes. Chris, you're like, oh, I've probably got enough of those. I need like 24 and I've got 3. So yeah, that was an order.
All right, so this line right here is all of those, and for some reason I had a big bag of those.
How did you have a big bag?
I don't remember. I know that long ago, Tyler Kleitz, he and Sean Mayo ended up with they did a project for Lego, and Lego sent them some parts they ordered, but they sent them like super high quantities of them.
That they didn't.
And so they found some builders. This has been like a while back, and they basically said, okay, who do we want to send these parts to? And they sent parts to different ones of us, and I got some, and I think that's where they came from. And honestly, I'm building this thing, and I literally opened a drawer, and there's this magic bag. I'm like, oh, that I have. Here's, and this has been a lot of years ago. But they sent us some pretty quirky parts, but these are cool. Check this out. dark green domes.
Ooh.
I
Alright,
have
pretty
like
neat.
100. So
wow. That would be cool to use.
But now Aubrey just mentioned she sorts by color, and I've been old school about that and everything. But I will say that I am starting to put oddball colors, as I call it, in my collection, and I'm starting to do them the coral and the pinks and the blues and the 57 blues. I'm sorry, and everything. I'm starting to do that because I don't have the space to put those colors. So
Space.
or I will lose them. Space. That's correct. Space.
I sort a lot by color, like the colors that I don't have like masses and masses of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I'm ever going to use like nougat, I'm going to use it. I'm going to want a lot of nougat, so I will have my like nougat like in one place.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one color you don't have to sort because it is not hard to find the coral glow radioactive.
Oh no, that's got its own shoebox tub, all partitioned out into baggies. I tell you what though, because I sort by color, but then I sort by part. But it makes it so much easier when I'm building something because I do tend to build with the 3-color rule. So I just grab the tubs of the colors I want, pull them all out, I'm good to go. So it's a little extra work to put them away, but it makes it easier when I'm trying to find something.
100%.
Is that not to use more than 3 colors in a build?
No, there's some like if you look at all like the classic builds, everything's got a 3-color scheme.
Yep.
Blacktron 1 being the exception, but if you look at most, like if you look at like Ice Planet, it's black, white, and blue with trans orange. So there's always 3 colors and then a transparent color. And
this is for space factions in particular.
Primarily, but if you look at city sets, they will also sometimes do that in the classic era. Like when it was Legoland.
Yeah.
When you get them now that the color palettes exploded, they'll do all sorts of weird, cool, colorful things. But in the classic 80s era, 80s, 90s era, it was very much 3 colors and a transparent color for different themes. And that's how you could tell which theme it was by what's color scheme. So I tend to build that way because that's just how my brain has been wired for so many years with building Lego sets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now we did a contest. We should do another one day. We did the color contest. We basically rolled for 3: a primary, a secondary, an agreeable color or highlight color, and a trans color and everything. And that was, we did dark tan. It was
sand green, dark green, and orange.
It was sand green, dark bluish gray.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I said dark green.
Orange.
I thought it was old gray.
Light blue. It was like made for me, even though I wasn't even there when you picked the colors.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a fun contest. But our friend Nathan Proudlove, he has an idea for a contest, and he floated it back our way, and we may do it across different things. It is a contest where you only drilled with elements from before 2000. Ooh. And yeah, that would be I would have to keep looking like, when is this from, kind of thing, but using old school techniques to build, and that might be fun. So that may be something we do.
But because it would eliminate certain colors immediately because they just didn't exist. So that would be fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Would the exception maybe be with light gray and dark gray that they can use the newer shades because you can't easily find the older colors? You know what I mean?
Maybe you get bonus points for having the old colors, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have my separate stock of light bluish gray or light gray and old dark gray down in the basement as well. So,
are you separated them out?
Oh yeah. Because I mean, when you're needing them, you want to have them, so it's easy for me to, to find. Granted, that started when I was doing set restoration, so it was much easier to keep all those parts together when I was building stuff. So.
You mean you don't have your, like I do, my 2x4s of old gray and new gray sitting here so I can quickly put a part up next to it and go, oh, old, oh, new, oh, no.
No, I don't have to worry about that. I even went through my reddish brown and separated those out.
Oh.
A black light was very helpful.
Do you have, like I have, that you have your various snot rulers that you have built so you can quickly go through rules?
No, actually, I've got one of these.
Nice.
It's right here.
So yeah, I have these over. It looks like a mess, but yeah,
it's got the ruler up on top.
Yeah, I got it. But this lets me set it up on beside when I'm like, okay, where's the line and where does the snot brick go? I can just pop this up beside it, and judge really fast where the brick. That's what I did on this ship to build the walls really fast. I'm like, crap, how high is that got to be? 5 bricks in a plate or whatever, calculating that out. So
oh yeah,
Moto can do the plate math in his head. He does it by multiples. I've heard him do that before in his head. I can't. Do it.
I mean, you normally know that you're going to have 2 plates between 2 bricks. So that's usually how I start to figure it out. But then when I do it in studio and it just figures it out for me.
Yeah, I mean, I always think the 2 plates between the bricks are 4 bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 plates or 4 bricks works out to be the right.
And do you know the first set that taught me that rule, the 4 bricks or whatever, so it was Sebulba's
Pod Racer?
Sebulba's Pod Racer, the side, how you built the sides of that and all that kind of stuff. That was the era that introduced the 1x4 snot brick, I believe, or in that, and those were used that way. And I'm like, mind blown. It's a whole new day kind of thing. You learning those things.
But you know what? But you know what I am in love with now, and actually I'm about to order a bunch of them in yellow, is the 2x 1 1/3 or 1 2/3 with the snot on the outside. That just solves all the problems.
Yeah, right.
And then the fact that you can get a 1x1 as well. So yeah.
Quick note: did y'all see that they are changing this?
Yes.
So this is the snot piece, and I still haven't figured out all this. I have to sit there and figure snot rules with these jokers because it just takes me a minute.
Yeah, but those are awesome because it allows you to go that extra plate.
Yeah,
to
create a structure.
To create a.
But they were originally made so you could put them butt to butt and do a stud reversal.
Right.
Because this is a plate. The new version doesn't allow for this construction, but it actually kind of fixes a problem with the other construction and snot and everything. So it's just a little bitty finagle they did on this, but I don't know. They may have lost an important part to that part. I don't know. It's still awesome stuff.
I wonder if they'll wind up producing them both for a while.
Yeah, but how would they differentiate them unless they started saying grays are this style and like another color is this style, like they do with Technic parts, right?
Yeah, but they don't even do that rule all the time either.
No, agreed.
Because now, I mean, well, the botanical sets really screwed them up on keeping Technic pieces in certain colors for certain things. So I don't know. Time will tell.
Oh, did y'all? What do y'all think about? I know we're starting to run out of time. What do y'all think about the piranha plant from?
If I was a Mario fan, I would be tickled pink about it. I think it's just cool in general, but again, it's not something. It's not my genre, so I won't probably get it.
What Dana said.
Yeah. Where did it go? I'm looking for. I'm on the Brick Fan looking for pictures of it, but man, there's been a bunch of stories since. There it is. Let me pop it up there. I didn't realize until I finally got a chance to sit down and look at it. The inside of the mouth is like super Technic. I mean, you can see it right there. You see?
Mm-hmm.
That is just a bunch of Technic going on in there.
Yep.
I noticed that the 2 rounded plates in the center of the lips are actually the cam gears, like they're the Technic 3 long with like they've got the 4 different Technic axle positions in them.
Yep.
And that's how they're holding all the lips together too, because it goes right into that Technic structure also.
Yeah. And that's genius. That's amazing. It's also got some old Bionicle. It looks like Bionicle arms. Gosh, there's another view of the open mouth there, but it uses the Bionicle ball joints in there, I think.
Okay.
and it's an old bionicle arm. It looked like to me in there and everything. So, but it's cool though. I like the thing I like the most is the way those leaves look.
Yeah, the
Makes
leaves
them
look fantastic.
holly. Yeah, super cool. But yeah, I'm not getting it. It's not my thing. My son may get it because he's into the video game era kind of thing. So, all right. Anyway, all right, we are past an hour. It's time for us to bail out, land the plane, all the things. Magnus, man, it was great to see you. I hope you buy some Lego and put on your shelves one day because that's kind of sad. But anyway, Just Jeff, glad you joined us in audio at least. Good to have you here, sir.
Yeah, still trying to get the camera set up, and the laptop sucks, but here we are.
I gotcha. And this is a personal note. Tomorrow, I will have been hitched to my bride for 25 years. So,
Yay!
how are we celebrating? She's working and I'm working, and she's off next week, so we're doing something next week. So, anyway, there we go.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right. We may sell on Whatnot and make money so we can go to dinner. I don't know. Anyway. All right, everybody, have a great night. Thank you for being here. Meredith, Pink Wheels, we're thinking and praying about you. Hope you feel strong tomorrow, and be a great neighbor to your neighbors. Be awesome and build awesome, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good, everybody.